all around. That's nightly news for this Tuesday. Thank you for watching, everyone. I'm Lester Holt. Please take care of yourself and each other. Good night.
It's the best time of the morning. Time for that pop start, baby.
I'm feeling the vibe today on the show.
The stakes are higher than they have ever been.
Best performance of the night. You have a good chance of winning this whole thing.
We're an electrical contractor for commercial ag companies. We have 80 employees and 40 trucks, and we operate all over. We're paying almost double what we did last year for fuel, and policies from liberals in Washington are making it worse. Senator Ron Johnson is fighting for relief at the pump. He voted to finish the Keystone Pipeline and increase U.S. oil and gas production. That could make a real difference for small businesses like us. Tell Senator Ron Johnson, keep fighting to restore American energy independence.
Howard Young Urgent Care. Get in, get out, get well.
Straight ahead, we'll meet a Minocqua area man following his passion of producing alcohol. Plus, a local hospital debuted a new ambulance base today. We'll hear how it will help them in emergency responding. And a man had quite the catch while fishing on the Missouri River. We'll have the prehistoric details as your local news starts right now.
Your local news and weather from where you live. Newswatch 12 at 6 starts now.
Good evening and welcome to Newswatch 12 at 6. I'm Dan Hagan. Back on June 30th, 2021, the body of Hannah Miller was found alongside Highway 8 near Rhinelander. All eyes were on Christopher Anderson, the father of Miller's child. After hiding for 2 months, he was found and arrested, eventually pleading guilty. Today, Anderson appeared in Oneida County Court to learn his sentence. Newswatch 12's Kyle Pozorski was there in the courtroom and has more. Kyle?
Yeah, Dan, today at the sentencing hearing, family of victim Hannah Miller packed the courtroom to bring some sort of closure to this case. Anderson sat and listened to the victim impact statements from 3 people, all while seemingly wiping away tears throughout. Then Anderson himself gave a brief statement seeking help from God to give him a second chance.
I'm sorry. My life has been hard. I made some mistakes, but I always try my best to be close to God. I pray every day for forgiveness from the family. I pray God heals their hearts. I pray that the judge and God give me a second chance in life.
Circuit Court Judge Michael Bloom presided over the hearing, going over many notes and text messages from Hannah leading up to her untimely murder. His hope to establish the facts of Anderson's continued sexual assaults toward Miller leading up to the murder.
Wasn't the act of a despairing father overwhelmed by anguish over the thought of losing contact with a child? These were the acts of an assassin.
Judge Bloom then sentenced Anderson on first-degree intentional homicide and will serve a life sentence without parole. Anderson's alleged accomplice, Seth Wakefield, is set to appear in court next month for a trial. Reporting here in the studio, Kyle Pozorski, Newswatch 12.
Thanks, Kyle. 3 people have died in a crash between an SUV and a semi in south central Wisconsin. According to the State Patrol, 2 people in a Jeep Cherokee were now northbound on Highway Z in Adams County near Friendship Monday afternoon and had stopped at the Highway 21 intersection. The Jeep driver began pulling slowly onto Highway 21 when it was struck by a semi, which swerved and rolled into a ditch. The 2 in the Jeep, a 74-year-old man and a 68-year-old woman, both from Lindenhurst, Illinois, were killed, as was the semi-driver, a 37-year-old man from Davie, Florida. Chief Meteorologist Jeff Weller joins us now. Jeff, a pretty nice day out there in the Northwoods.
Yeah, a couple of thunder showers out there now, though. Here we are in Rhinelander, where it's quiet currently, but there was a shower here about an hour ago, and there are still some showers on the radar. In fact, here they are. There's not a lot going on here, but if you get under one of these, you feel it with a quick quarter-inch of rainfall and some gusty winds in there as well. These will fall apart with the sunset tonight, and then tomorrow, more rain showers are on the way. There's quite a system to the west of us from the north and from the west, so that all this energy is coming this way for tomorrow. Look for increasing clouds throughout the day with a pretty good chance for showers and storms this time tomorrow evening, but more so in the early parts of Thursday morning. We got some rain-cooled air across right now. It was 84 in Rhinelander about 2 hours ago. Now it's 79, but 80s pretty much all around us because that's where the rain-cooled air is. Our forecast then tonight, though, is partly cloudy skies, a couple of roaming thunder showers out there with low temperatures down near 58. state. Your full forecast coming up. Dan?
Governor Tony Evers announced a plan today proposing a $600 million annual tax cut, saying it would help Wisconsinites deal with rising costs. The governor hosted a press conference in Milwaukee and 2 roundtables in Wausau and Eau Claire discussing the plan. Here's video of him in Wausau. Evers cited the state's projected $5 billion budget surplus as reason to cut taxes.
Our state is in a strong fiscal position, and there is no reason for these dollars that they should sit in state coffers when families could use the immediate relief now as well as long-term support into the future.
The proposal comes 5 months after Evers proposed a similar tax cut that didn't pass the Republican-controlled legislature. Marshfield Medical Center in Minocqua celebrated today the opening of its 3,400 square foot ambulance base to support its growing medical transport team. This project has been in the works for nearly 2 years. The brand new building features 3 garage bays for ambulance rigs, 3 sleep rooms for transport crews, and an office. Michael Schars, an emergency medicine physician, hopes this new facility will provide a morale boost for the EMS.
I think it'll be wonderful for the crews. It'll increase their ability to rest and recover in between shifts. It should enhance patient care and safety because the crews will be better rested, and hopefully it'll be good for crew morale.
Schars says that this facility would not have been possible without the help of the staff.
I would say this has been a team effort. There have been, lots of dedicated individuals that have played a role in this, including the service director and the medical director of the service. So, we continue to grow the service, provide safe and reliable transfer patients from this area.
The new facility will provide the transport team the space they need to train, prepare, and recuperate between runs. Schars says Marshfield is currently expanding the clinic and expects another facility to open up in 2023. Democratic Attorney General Josh Kaul filed a lawsuit in June challenging Wisconsin's 173-year-old abortion ban. Today, Republicans who control the state legislature asked a judge to dismiss the lawsuit. Kaul's lawsuit argues that the ban conflicts with a 1985 Wisconsin law that allows abortions before a fetus has grown enough that it could survive outside of the womb. Assembly Speaker Robin Vos and other state Republicans filed a motion to dismiss that lawsuit. They argue in their motion that the statutes enacting the ban remain in effect regardless of the 1985 law. The Lincoln County Sheriff's Office is seeking information on a string of vandalism around the county this past weekend. These incidents were reported on Sunday. According to the Sheriff's Office, at least 14 complaints of property damage were reported, primarily along Highway 107 in the towns of Rock Falls and Bradley. Additional damage was reported along County JJ in the town of Rock Falls and Pope Road in the town of Merrill. Investigators described damage, including to mailboxes and street signs. They said it appears as though some items were intentionally struck by a vehicle. The Sheriff's Office is seeking information on those responsible for the damage. You can contact the Sheriff's Office or Crime Stoppers of Lincoln County. Today marks the first day that volleyball teams around the state can begin their regular season. And for one Northwoods team, they have their sights aimed at the very top. Newswatch 12's Griffin Stroin has more.
We're just looking to plug our pieces in this year and build on what's already been done.
Three Lakes Volleyball has had a ton of success in the past, and they're hoping to add to that this season.
They're definitely pretty high from the latest years, but I think that we can do it.
Addie Lehman has won a lot of matches as a Blue Jay, and now as a senior, she's ready for the upcoming year.
It's very exciting. Definitely new this year, a lot of new changes, but I think we're gonna come a long ways this year.
A lot of these changes pertain to losing a senior class that included last year's Conference Player of the Year. While they are young, they still believe they can get the job done.
Every year your expectation is win conference first, and obviously, and then after that you try to go as deep into the tournament as you can.
But there is also more than just winning.
We always focus on improvement, where you start, what your skills are, and then at the end of the year you hope that things have gotten better as you go.
There is one game, though, that this team really wants to win.
Probably Leona Wabino still.
I think they've won the last 3 conferences or had a co-share of that. Leona Wabino has been the competition, and I expect it will continue to be that this year.
Win or lose, though, for some, like Lehman, this will be her final year wearing the blue and white. So for now, she's just taking it day by day.
I love playing volleyball, and I love my teammates. I've gotten really close to them the past 4 years. I'd say it's pretty sad that it's my last year, so hopefully we can make it count.
Reporting in Three Lakes, I'm Griffin Stroyan, Newswatch 12.
A local effort to raise money for Ukraine has surpassed expectations. Coming up after the break, we'll hear what's next for the Rhinelander Kiwanis Club and their fundraiser. That's after Weather with Jeff right here on Newswatch 12.
This portion of Newswatch 12 is brought to you by Northwoods Furniture, Eagle River.
When our kids go to school, we want them thinking about this, not worrying about this. But Tim Michaels would allow guns on school grounds and let teens buy AR-15s and red flag laws that help prevent school shootings. He says they won't happen here. It's another reason Tim Michaels' radical agenda is a risk we just can't afford.
It's time to amp up the fun at your local Ford dealer. The summer Supercharged sales event is here. So stop by your Ford dealer today and check out great offers on select Ford vehicles. Then discover how Ford can take your summer to a whole new level. Hurry to the final days of the summer Supercharged sales event for a great Flex Buy offer on Escape or Edge.
Is this the new phone?
Yeah. With US Cellular, I got to pick any phone that I wanted for free. And I was already a customer.
Any brand? With any size?
I got exactly what I wanted. Big screen, big storage. I cannot remember the last time I had so many different options.
At US Cellular, new and current customers can get any phone from any brand free.
Are you actually texting them?
I don't know. I just thought I would just...
US Cellular, where every plan is price protected.
Accidents happen, and when they do, demand the best. At Shimkus Auto Body, we believe in quality work. Our certified technicians have years of experience and care about your car. At Shimkus Auto Body, you know you'll be dealing with a company that's been in business for over 30 years. We're so proud of our work that we've put our family name right on the door. Shimkus, a name you can trust.
Temperatures back in the 80s for most of us today, but then the clouds roll back in and a couple of showers and even a couple of thunder showers this afternoon. If you got under one of those, you knew it, right? With some heavy rainfall out there. They're falling apart now, but they'll be back tomorrow as we have more rainfall on the way. Currently, it's 79 in Rhinelander. It was 84 a couple hours ago. The southwest breeze around 8, and the pressure is falling at 30.00. Over in Wausau, still 83 for you, with a southwest breeze around 5. That dew point at 58, so increasingly muggy out there as well, and the pressure is falling. Okay, so here's exactly where the rain-cooled air is out there, from Eagle River back to Rhinelander, over to Leona, and over to Anago. A couple of thunder showers in here right now, even 68 in Tomahawk currently. Meanwhile, 20 miles away, it's 84, right? So overall, a very summer-like day today. The average is now 76, the average high temperature is. Remember, yesterday, it was 77, right? So it happens fast now. As we head toward fall, we lose lots of degrees on the temperature scale. And the sun sets later on at 7:52 this evening, temperature-wise going forward. So above average tomorrow, near average on Thursday and Friday. But overall, the trend into the middle part of next week keeps us above average in temperatures, probably another 7 to 10 days around here. Looking outside right now here in Rhinelander, notice the vertical nature of the cloud. There's lots of instability across our region now. You build that heat throughout the day. It's also humid. That air begins to rise, creates towering clouds, and we get thunder showers out of those. And here they are on the radar. There's not a lot of them, but if you get under one of these, you know it, right? With a quick burst of rainfall and probably a quarter-inch of rain, much needed rainfall, by the way. These will fall apart tonight, but there's more back behind it over here. So overall, we're in an environment now where we get a scattered shower at any given time, but The worst of the weather, the most rainfall, will likely come with a front. You see it right there. That's moving our way for tomorrow afternoon and evening. Likely to get some locally heavy rainfall in here tomorrow evening into early parts of Thursday. Tonight's batch, though, kind of falls apart. Here's tomorrow morning, increasing clouds tomorrow morning. And then by midday, lots of clouds. And here we are tomorrow evening, 9 o'clock or so. Any of these could produce some locally heavy rainfall across pretty much all the area. That quickly gets out of here tomorrow night, and we are left with a very nice day on Thursday into Friday. Our forecast then tonight, though, is partly cloudy skies. A rogue storm still can't be ruled out. Look for some dense fog, especially where it rained today, and low temperatures down near 58. For tomorrow, it's Wednesday already, increasing clouds again. Storms late in the day, probably like this time tomorrow evening, with high temperatures reaching for 80, but probably stopping just short. And then looking ahead, your 7-day forecast by Ultras Furniture and Mattress shows tomorrow we're going to get wet late in the day. Tomorrow night looking pretty wet as well into early parts of Thursday, but then it gets good. Then it gets real good. Friday, Saturday, both dry with temperatures hanging out near 80. Dan?
Thanks, Jeff. The process of making alcohol is not an easy one, but Peter Nome wouldn't have it any other way. Nome is the owner of Northern Waters Distillery in Minocqua. He has made spirits all of kinds, and he's doing that because it's his passion.
I had the idea of creating a distillery here in town because I've always been a fan of whiskey. I've been a fan of the history of whiskey and researching how it was made, and I would love to visit distilleries anytime I travel.
And all that research has turned itself into experience. Nome says the distillery is on set to bottle as many as 40,000 bottles of alcohol this year. But for those who want to try their hand at making it, the distillery may give you that opportunity.
If we're not terribly busy and tied up, we're going to bring you back in and have you stick your hand in the mash and taste the whiskey coming off the still and try it. So it's a very open operation, and we like people to come in and visibly see how we make that.
Northern Waters is open Tuesday through Sunday. Make sure to stop by and try one of their specialty cocktails or homebrewed spirits. The first day of school is nearing for many students, and some are already underway. It's important to be bus and school children aware during this time. Today is the first day of school for many people up in the Gogebic Range up in the UP. School buses, student drivers, and teachers will be returning to school, and that creates new scenarios on the road that you aren't used to. Drivers should expect more foot traffic in neighborhoods and along city streets. It's important to constantly scan the road for people while driving, slow down, and avoid distractions like using your cell phone. And especially in school zones, slow down and come to complete stops at stop signs, and also watch for frequent stops by school buses. The Rhinelander Kiwanis Club is announcing the end of its Ukraine relief campaign, but there's still some time to donate. The club has been accepting financial donations since February when the Russian military invaded Ukraine. The goal of the club was to raise $10,000. To date, the club has received over $28,000. Most of the collected money came from donors in the Northwoods, plus a few donations from Wausau and Minneapolis. All donations are sent to the Kiwanis International Foundation in Luxembourg and go towards purchasing essential goods to distribute throughout Ukraine. If you would like to donate, checks can be made payable to the Rhinelander Kiwanis Club and dropped off at People's State Bank, LaSalle Street Securities, or mailed to the Rhinelander Kiwanis Club. A man fishing in a tournament was hoping for the biggest fish, but he ultimately caught the oldest fish. We'll have that story after the break.
This traffic is horrible.
Great. Time for another one of these.
Bite into the new Primal Burrito or Biscuit with Prime Rib at Hardee's. See Jurassic World Dominion in theaters June 10th.
Listen to this sweet deal. Ron Johnson used his office to scoop up millions for himself. Like how Johnson secured a special tax break that benefited his own business.
Did my business benefit? Sure.
The tax break helped Johnson double his wealth. And the cherry on top? It's helped make him the 5th richest senator in Washington. Ron Johnson's not looking out for Wisconsin. He's out for himself. DSCC is responsible for the content of this ad.
Stony Creek Home and Garden in Minocqua carries a great selection of stylish and extremely durable outdoor furniture. View the finest brands such as Lloyd Flanders, Pollywood, Ebel, Jensen, Seaside Casual, and Jensen Outdoor, and at competitive prices. Create the outdoor room of your dreams. Liven up your home with flowers, trees, shrubs, ceramic planters, and many more greenhouse wonders. View Stony Creek Home and Garden's unique items just south of Minocqua on Highway 51.
The stakes are higher than they have ever been.
Best performance of the night.
You have a good chance of winning this whole thing.
Summer's #1 news show has JB Smoove feeling blue.
The password is Smurf.
Gargamel. I don't know if I've heard that word before.
I was in a Smurf movie 3 years ago. I played a Smurf.
New password tonight on NBC.
We're an electrical contractor for commercial ag companies. We have 80 employees and 40 trucks, and we operate all over. We're paying almost double what we did last year for fuel, and policies from liberals in Washington are making it worse. Senator Ron Johnson is fighting for relief at the pump. He voted to finish the Keystone Pipeline and increase U.S. oil and gas production. That could make a real difference for small businesses like us. Tell Senator Ron Johnson, keep fighting to restore American energy independence.
Next to Market Watch, numbers. Boring. In more delicious news, there's a buy one famous star, get one for $1 deal at Hardee's.
Bite into the famous star today, only at Hardee's.
Newswatch 12 is brought to you by Bone and Joint Walk-In Care.
An amazing discovery along the Missouri River, a fossil of what appears to be a 90-million-year-old fish. A man found the fossil while fishing in a tournament. Laura Samble shows us the one-in-a-lifetime find.
Fishing is probably the most important thing in my life besides my family.
Andy Moore and fishing go hand in hand.
It's not all about catching the fish. For me, it's the process, the adventure, being outside, the sunrises, the sunsets, the sounds, just everything about fishing is me.
Now, Moore might go down in history, not for the biggest catch, but for his amazing discovery. 2 weekends ago, Moore was fishing in a tournament along the Missouri River just west of Yankton, South Dakota. At first, he wasn't doing very well.
I pitched my jig and it's horrible. I'm way left. I'm like, oh man.
Moore had snagged the back of a rock and couldn't get it off his line. So he paddled his kayak up to the rock and took a look.
And I get up to it and I'm like, oh wow, that's kind of cool. You know, I thought it was a big catfish skeleton or a deer skeleton, you know, and something told me to take a picture of it.
Later, Moore posted the pictures online. Within minutes, texts and phone calls started flooding in.
He's like, dude, did you know that's a 90-million-year-old fossil that's in that picture? I'm like, what?
Moore wanted to go back and get the rock, but taking anything from the Missouri riverbed is illegal. So he contacted a biologist with the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. They went back out and found the rock using the coordinates from pictures on Moore's cell phone.
The geologist guy saw it, and he's like, he just jumps out of the boat in his boots, you know, he goes up to it, he's like, oh my God, you know.
The biologist confirmed with Channel 6 that the fossil does appear to be that of a prehistoric predator fish up to 90 million years old.
How freaking cool is this? You know, like I just caught something 90 million years ago that has never been seen by a human eye, let alone never been caught by an angler, a modern-day angler.
As for the tournament, Moore didn't do as well as he would have liked. But this time, he's off the hook.
I wasn't there to win the tournament. I was there to find that fossil. I mean, hands down.
Well, that guy seems like a good fishing buddy. The fossil will be on display at the Lewis and Clark's Visitor Center in Nebraska. We'll be right back with one final look at your forecast.
I love this state. Knock on any door in any county, and you'll find good-hearted, hard-working folks. People whose businesses are proudly helped as Lieutenant Governor. Hard work needs to be respected again, with fair wages and opportunities to get ahead. That's how my parents opened doors for me. My mom was a teacher, and my dad worked third shift. I'm not one of these millionaires. I work just as hard for you as you work for your family. I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
From big to small, Menards has it all. Check out our huge selection of LED light bulbs. Fight Electric 60-watt LED bulb has a traditional look, packed with modern LED technology that can last up to 15,000 hours. Get 2-in-1 pack for just $8.89. Be sure to discover the Criterion advantages with our great selection of in-stock appliances. From dishwashers and refrigerators to washers and dryers, all Criterion appliances are 11% off at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Is it time to update your driveway? Contact S&B Asphalt to blacktop your driveway. An update not only looks nice, but it saves on maintenance and adds value to your property. Seal coating and blacktopping residential driveways, commercial properties, and private roads. S&B is equipped for the job. With a strong reputation as an honest company with competitive pricing, you don't need to turn anywhere else. Call S&B Asphalt today for a free estimate.
Rhinelander Pub is open for lunch. Our full menu featuring our all-you-can-eat soup and salad bar is now available for lunch. Ideal for business lunches or get-togethers with family or friends. We open daily at 11 a.m. We welcome reservations.
Kick off your Labor Day Crandon World Championship weekend with a chance to win a Pro-Lite race truck ride with Crandon champion driver Christopher Povardi and many more prizes. Enter the Ride with a Champion sweepstakes at WJFW.com.
I worked really hard to save for retirement, worked all the hours I could, whatever it took. But Ron Johnson thinks we should consider raising the retirement age for Social Security and Medicare. That's a terrible idea. And he voted over and over again to weaken and cut Medicare, driving up our costs. Ron Johnson even wanted to privatize Social Security, calling it a legal Ponzi scheme. Tell Ron Johnson to strengthen Medicare.
All right, Dan, a couple of showers out there now. These are fizzling away, but there's more upstream. These will be in here overnight tonight. And tomorrow, a really good chance for a few showers and storms about this time tomorrow night in early parts of Thursday. Temperatures are a bit rain-cooled now, but overall highs near 80 again tomorrow.
We have something to look forward to. The weekend should be pretty nice, though.
Yes, 80
okay.
and sunny.
All right, we'll have more weather news for you on Newswatch 12 at 10. We'll see you then.
Mr. Food Test Kitchen is brought to you by Golden Carrot Jewelers and Creative Kitchen and Bath Studio.
Summer potluck parties means lots of friends and family, fun in the sun, and the part that everyone looks forward to the most, lots of good food. So if you're invited to one and need something to bring, here's an idea. How about fancied up deviled eggs? Yup, these are so good, they'll earn you the title of MVP at this year's bash. We start by hard cooking a dozen eggs.